Okay, today we are going to install a shell. Just not these two shells, this is how your shell comes in bags. We have a shell sitting in the background here, as you can see. We're going to install this shell on this controller. Now this controller has already been taken apart. I've already taken the screws out. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to show you how to take the screws out. The first thing you want to do is get one of these. Now this is a plastic pry bar. This is a bigger plastic pry bar, two different sizes. I got them with this set here, like $6 on Amazon. So it's like, okay. So it's a good deal, I thought, $6. And it's also, I do need the other stuff for other purposes, but we're just gonna put this. We're gonna zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Put your pry bar right at this corner right here. See the edges popped up. We're going to drag it along this side. And then we're going to take this and just drag it. Pops up. Peel it back. We're done. Now there is, as you see on here, there are places to pry right here. So if you do go in along this edge, line it up, you can pry down right there, and you can pry down right there, and peel it back that way. Granted, that is harder. So what I like to do is I just like to go like this. No, wait, this edge. I like to go like this. And then slide it back. These things are plastic, and you can use a screwdriver, but that might damage your controller. You just peel it back just like that. So then there's 5 screws then. There's a screw right in the middle. There's a screw right there. There's a screw right there, and on the other side. Okay. So then once you take those screws out, then you can just pull the top and pull the bottom off. Here's the top. You just pull the top. It just sits right there like that. And you just pull it off. So what we want to do is we want to take these things off, because these are no longer needed, because we have these white ones right here in the background. White ones. Take those off. Then what I do, you can desolder these, but you don't have to. So what I do is I turn these so they're down, the wires are down, and I tape them in there so they don't move or fall out. Then next, we can grab a flat screwdriver here. We got this other screwdriver. We're going to pry up on the bumper on each side. And we're going to go to the back side here. So I just put a battery right there. Grab the right one here. And we just pry up on these. And they sometimes do go flying. Okay, we got those two off. Now for this middle piece, you just take and just pull it back. And then we had the sync button to take out too. And there, now we're down to here. Now, we have these bumpers to put on. Not bumpers, triggers. Triggers to put on. Those are a little harder. I like to, if you bend these forward, there's these 2 little wires. I want to get these wires to the other side so you can bend them all the way back without breaking them. We just do that, bend them all the way back. We take our screwdriver and we take out these 2 screws. Now if you lose a screw, possibility is it's going to be right there. That's magnetic. So we're just going to do one at a time here, because as soon as you take these out, this motor right here likes to come out also. So we're going to grab, yeah, there's this one. Is this the right one? No, that's the wrong one. That is the right one, okay. Grab that one, put it back in, tighten it back up. You want to make sure it is tight. And you don't want to leave a gap in there, otherwise it's not going to fit your controller right when you get done. One trigger done. We're going to go to the second trigger here. And we're going to do it like this. Okay, that's not going into it. Sometimes they do not like to go in there. Extremely annoying, but they just don't like to go in. What we're going to do, we're going to just take this whole screw out. I like to start with the top first. Make sure this thing's back in the correct spot there. Okay, this is not going in the right spot. There we go. Likes the magnetic right there. I hate that part. Stupid magnet. Now we got the job of getting this in there without being stuck to the magnet. I'm trying quite a bit of force to get this in there. I switched screwdrivers because that one's switching or slipping. This is a T6, this is a T7 here. Sometimes T7 does work better than T6. Okay, we're gonna go use the other one this time again. There, these things are on. Make sure they're good. No gap in there, good and tight. Now, if you want to change these buttons here, you can. Granted, each one has their own buttons here. These ones happen to be white. I don't change this. This is the button in the middle. I don't change that because some of them are black and they don't let light through. So, right now we're going to take and pry this up right there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there are 2 screws right here. 1, 2. I took those out already. But take those 2 screws out, then you can pry it up. Then there's 3 screws right here you can take out, or you have to take out. Then there's 3 more screws, 1, 2, and there's a third one by the B button right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out these 3. We're going to flip this board up here, and there we have the board. And we're going to go lightly, just pop these out there. All of them but the bigger button. Make sure they fall out and don't get stuck in there. And we got these 6 right here that we don't need. And we have these 6 here that we're going to add to it. They're all directional. I mean, they can only fit in one spot. A little button here. That's kind of hard to see with the board up there, but this is where the board could be desoldered. It would be a little bit easier, but it just takes that much more time. Make sure you don't pull on these too much because they will come loose. Next, and we have the A. Nope. Turn it. Get down there. No, maybe we gotta turn this more. You gotta find the right spot for it to sit down in there. Okay. We're doing circles around here now. There we go. And we're gonna take this pad and we're gonna put it back there. Take this. Put it back down in. Make sure there are no screws. As you see, there's a screw right there. No screws or anything down there. And then we're just going to take and put these 3 screws back in for now. had that one too. And I am using a magnetic screwdriver here. You can use a pair of tweezers to set your screws, then use a regular non-magnetic screwdriver to get them in place. Magnetic is sometimes easier. Just don't touch the board. The board does have magnetic pieces on it, as for the triggers. So you gotta be very careful. Taking the screws in and out, perfectly fine. I've not had a problem with that yet. I lost a screw here. Oh, it's back there. Nope. Okay, we're gonna put that on top. There we go. Now we're just going to take and put this board back down. Make sure these gray things are not going to get caught underneath there. Make sure the black things down there both line up. We're going to just press them back down. And that part's done. So now we have white buttons. And then the regular color of that button. We can put the joysticks on now. You're going to turn them to see where they fit best. Because they are just like the Xbox 360. They're oval shape. So, now we're going to put these wires back to the other side of the metal, because we don't need to have them up there anymore. Okay. That one, oh, that's a big mistake right there. This is a big mistake right here. There's a spring right here. You see on this side, there's a spring right there. That spring can come up, and as you see, it's stuck on the top part of the board, so the spring is really hard. So in order to fix that, we got to take it back apart. But for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do it right now. You don't need to watch me take everything apart again. So for the D-pad, D-pad's very simple. Pop these two metal pieces up, and then it's done. Pick it up. Put it back down. The tallest one there, that goes in the back. And this can only fit one way. You can't fit it right here. It doesn't fit in. So it can only fit good right there. And we're going to put it back on. Then we have the sync button here. That's a black sync button. Where's the white one? I have a white sync button here. There is sometimes, actually there's always a little notch. The little notch right here, you want to cut that off. You want to make sure that part is flat. Make sure it clicks on there. Now these things can be a trick to put back on. I went and purchased this set here and I got these two bits that I use a lot. I just use my drill. I drill out the holes and drill out this hole just to make sure that the buttons will not get stuck and you have to peel it back off again. So what we're going to do right now is just grab my drill here. Maybe we're going to drill these out. Same with the other one. There is another filing set that I use. It's this one. I'm missing one. But this one has a circle one right here, and it has this one's better for holes. So this will work also, besides these two bits here that I have. So now we can go and put this on, and we see that the buttons work just fine now. We'll put the bumpers back on. We do it the right way, right? Okay, we do it the right way. There we go. And then we got the other one here with the messed up spring on it, because I got to go back and fix that after the video. It's just really hard to press down right now. It's really springy. Okay, so that part's done. Now for the not so fun part. Your shell comes like this. These things are on. Gotta take the battery pack off. Got the right one here. You push these things out. There we go, and you just peel it off. Maybe peel it off. There we go, peel it off. We do the same with the other side. There we go. And again, these things, you got to check right there. You want to make sure this is flat. Make sure that, just check them both to make sure they're both flat. Usually they're not. I've never received one that has been, so. Then we have this part. This part usually never works the greatest. Oh wait, actually before we do that, you have to take, here's your shell that you have this metal piece right here. You need to take this metal piece out because the new ones don't have one. So you just take it out, press it down, and take it out. Then we take this metal piece and we put it right in there, and then that piece is done, so don't forget about that. And when we put this back together, we make sure we hold the triggers down and we get the prongs in there to line up correctly, and we just push it down in. Nope, that was not held down. Okay, then we have this. We make sure it doesn't hit. See, this one hits right there, so we do have to file that down with the drill. It's never a fun process, but this one usually, that one's usually okay. This one never is. So it is third party, so there's always going to be a little, not perfect with them. What we're going to do is take our drill, take this bit again, and then we are going to just drill. Make sure you're having a reverse. Drill the side down there, and it will create a little bit of a mess here. Want to make sure not to press too hard because you can go through the back side there. So let's see if it fits now. Okay, now doesn't hit at all. So then there is one other thing I need to show you. I gotta grab some screws back here first. Put the middle one in here. Oh, yeah, we're gonna put the top on first. We can take that tape off, but you don't have to. Put the top on first. That's really important. I do not know where my screwdriver went. My electric one. So we're just gonna do this by hand here. Okay, that one's in. Second one, lay it wait, that's a little one. Lay it right there. Lay it right there, and then just kind of push it in. These sometimes will fall in the controller, and they love that magnet right there. So you gotta take your controller back apart again to get that out. And we're gonna do this side. Now this side is the side that usually has the problem with it. That works great. Oh, this side has a problem. This side works great. This side has a problem. You see it? It hits right there. Let's see if we can try this to make it work. Sometimes you gotta push the shell, push it that way, and then tighten it down to make it work. So this side usually happens the most. What it does is the plastic is hitting right here. And so you gotta you push it that way. Not hitting it at all though. Yeah, it hits right in there, and you just push this that way if it's hitting. Because you can go down and not hit anything, and then just it hits something. So it's not hitting this at all. This, you know, you file that down. So this works great now, just like normal. So then, once you get that, then you have to push that way, tighten that down, and you're good to go. Now this is plastic, hitting plastic right now. So you want to take and just put something. You have something available, put it in there, something sticky like a piece of foam, just tiny little piece of foam right there, just right there. Then, you know, put the other 2 screws in here, then just snap these on, grab it and snap them on. So, actually we'll show you one. Just grab them and just snap them on, and obviously put the batteries in, battery pack, snap the other side on here, and that's your controller. So the tools I used was, I bought this set here. I bought this for $10. I don't really use these other ones too much. Just these 2 main ones right here. Or if you want, you can buy this file set right here. I don't know the cost of this, but this will work perfectly fine for you as well. Now obviously, I mean, most people have a drill of some sort laying around. This is a rather weak drill, but it works great for what I use. Then I have, this, wow, we can definitely zoom out for that. Then this, which comes with all these screwdrivers, 2 little tweezers, and comes with these little prying things up here. So I don't know if these will actually help you at all or not, but it comes with these 2 bars, the little one and the big one. I use those a lot. So, but yeah, other than that, you now have a working controller. Don't have the batteries around here, but otherwise we would make sure it works, but it should feel just like brand new. So, yeah, thanks for watching.